V'hinei al zeh ksiv chachmos b'chutz tarona. Now, in this concept, it's written, the wisdoms outside will sing. Chachmos lashon rabim, wisdoms in the plural. Hainu beis mini chachmos anal. That's the two kinds of wisdom. Chachma ilah v'chachma tata, higher wisdom and lower wisdom. Sheshnehem yardu v'nislabshu b'chutz. That both of these wisdoms went down and were enclosed outside. Vazdavka tarona. And then specifically, that's when they will sing. Because it's a descent for the purpose of elevation. So that elevation is the concept of the singing. Now it's brought in Medrash. That before the world was created, it was water in water. And the concept is that water is the concept of wisdom. And the higher waters, that's the supernal wisdom. That is his wisdom may be blessed. That's higher than the process or creation of worlds. He has his own wisdom beyond creation. He doesn't need creation for his wisdom. And the lower waters, that's the lower wisdom, that you made them all with wisdom, the wisdom of creation. That with this wisdom was founded the order of creation. But before the world was created, and the lower wisdom did not descend yet, to be enclosed in the works of creation. Then it was united with that higher wisdom. And the higher waters and the lower waters were united one with the other, without any interruption between them at all. Since that also the lower waters, which is the lower wisdom, did not descend yet to create worlds, in order for that wisdom to be enclosed in the quality of the creation, of the essence of each creation. So it didn't need yet to be enclosed in that kind of wisdom. Therefore, it was together with, attached to the higher wisdom, and receiving from it. All the wisdom was beyond creation at that point. And that's what it says, water in water, that implies that even then you also had two concepts of water, but they were, so to speak, touching each other. And then when the world was created, there was a distinction made between them, like it says, let there be a firmament in the waters, and to separate between the water and the water. That the lower waters were separated from the higher waters, because that lower wisdom was drawn down below, to create the works of creation, the order of creation, in accordance with wisdom and intellect. So like it says, you made them all with wisdom. That is, there was revealed the ability of wisdom into action, to cause something to happen in the flow of wisdom into creation. So once something is concerning itself with giving out, right? So this is the expression from Hilchos Kashrus that if something is giving out, then it's not going to receive, right? That's why salt doesn't be the salting meat. It's going to give out its blood, and it's not going to take any back in, because it's concerning itself with giving out its blood. It's not going to take anything in. Lo bala. So mimela. So in terms of this lower wisdom, once the lower wisdom goes down and is giving to creation, it's no longer going to be receiving directly that same idea and flow of beyond creation from the higher wisdom. Therefore, automatically it's separated and from receiving and being attached to v'dabuk attached to the higher wisdom. But it's because if it was more concerning itself with swallowing. Because even though the lower wisdom has to receive something from the higher wisdom, so it's not completely disconnected. It is still taking in something. Only enough in the contracted way in order to keep it going, to keep its existence. Which is not the case from the beginning, before the ability of wisdom came out, in the flow of wisdom in the order of creation. It was concerned only to swallow and get the flow from the higher wisdom. And it's possible that these two types of water, of the wisdom of the higher wisdom and the wisdom of Atzilus, and the lower wisdom, Malchus Atzilus, and the lower wisdom is Malchus of Atzilus. Chochma Shebedibur, the wisdom of speech, that is the wisdom of creation of the worlds, through the changing and flipping of the letters, combinations of the letters, like we said. Okay, so now we have, you go back up to that this is the idea of water in water, and it says on the bottom in Shule Hagiloyon, there's a Nusach Acher, and it's implied that there's two types of water. It's only that it's implied that they were touching each other and together, one next to the other. And there's another Shule Agiloyon on what we just read. And it's possible that these two types of water that is Chochmei Lav Atzilus and Chochma Tatav Malchus Atzilus, Chochmei Lav Chochma Stima. So the Nusach Acher is that the higher wisdom is the wisdom in Keser, the hidden wisdom. The Chochma Tata hi Chochma da Atzilus, and the lower wisdom is wisdom of Atzilus. So not Chochma and Malchus, but rather hidden wisdom and revealed wisdom of Atzilus. Barakia shehivdil, and this firmament that separates between them, who are kroma the pasik b'mocha, is allegorically what's called the chrome, the membrane in between the brain and what's above it. So what's above the higher the brain is this hidden wisdom, and the membrane is between it and the mind, and it separates and divides between the hidden wisdom and the mind. That it hides the higher level, the higher wisdom, the higher brain, so that it's not revealed within the wisdom of Atzilus. And then the wisdom of Atzilus is then the wisdom that is within the order of the creative process of creation of the worlds. V'lamed Bez Vayomer and the 32 times where it says Vayomer and he said in creation in Beraishis, Him Lamed Bez Nesivos, These are the 32 paths, these patra benisgalia bahen, that are revealed and opened in them. So that actually makes sense to say you have lamed beis nesivos chochma, and it's in Beraishit vayomer. Makes sense to say that's chochma ilah, and not chochma tota. The drashos of lamed beis nesivos chochma seem to have to do with chochma ilah v'tzilus, and not with chochma tota of malchut. So that in that sense, that makes more sense, even though we're going higher and defining chochma ilah and chochma tota as chochma stima and chochma vatzilus, even though usually chochma ilah and chochma tata are chochma and malchus of vatzilus. Mash'inkin kodem b'ris ha'olam, which is not the case before the creation of the world. I said vuka v'klula b'chochma stima. So according to this, the chochma vatzilus before creation was included with and attached to b'chochma stima and the hidden wisdom beis minimayim, and that's the two types of water. And back inside, v'chochma tata. All right. V'kamoshe kasuv. Second to last line. V'chochma yasad aretz. And the last line, and that wisdom founded the earth. With wisdom he founded the earth. V'arakia shehivdil beinehem. And the firmament that divides between them. Usod hadas. Is the concept of das, hanimtach ala kaf beis osios, that stretches forth upon the 22 letters. And as is explained in another place, in korach osios, or kerach osios chirikhu, that the concept of the congealing of ice is similar to the process of forming concrete letters from an idea in your mind. And we're talking here about going from the intellect to words of creation, to wisdom as it comes to become the statements to create, like we said, the lamed beis vayomer, the 32 let there be statements of creation and so forth. So it's going from higher wisdom to, like he said, sirufi osios, combinations of letters, and in chochma tata, malchus, which is dibur, the speech of the king. And then you have the separation between the lower wisdom and the higher wisdom, like we said, which is not the case previously. So the speech was included within the essence of wisdom. And like it says in another place, with the concept of David that was included in Adam. In general, all the neshamas are included in Adam Arishon. But David didn't have any life for himself, and he was given from Adam and so forth. And so David is the concept of Malchus, Chochma Tata, the lower wisdom. And Adam Arishon is Chochma Ilah, the higher wisdom. So David being included within Adam is the idea of the lower wisdom being included within the higher wisdom. And here he brings it in the Maamar itself, that it's possible that the intention is not Chochma Tata and Chochma Ilah of Chochma and Malchus, but rather the higher waters are the hidden wisdom, and the lower waters, Mayim Tachtonim, Chochma Datzilus, are the wisdom of the world of Atzilus. And then, according to that, when it says, let there be a firmament, kroma the mechafi hamafsik beinehem is the kroma, the membrane that surrounds the mind, that divides between the lower wisdom in the brain and the hidden wisdom beyond it. Chochma datzilus yarda, allegorically, because the wisdom of Atzilus went down lahavos hachochma shebishtalshlus, to create the wisdom in the order of creation, lamed beis shvilin, And the 32 paths, Haim Lamed Beis Vayomer Shebemaiseh Beraishis, there are 32 times it says Vayomer in the works of creation, V'chochmas Timani V'dalas Mimena, and the hidden wisdom is separated from it, Mikabelas Chayus Ha'idei Mazolos Bilvad, and the lower wisdom receives its flow from them only through mazolos, where the v'notzar v'nake are the mazolos, which is nozel, it so to speak drips down. It's only a small glimmer of revelation from Kesser. You can't have a full revelation from Kesser, it's too much. Similarly, in order to get from hidden wisdom to a revealed state of wisdom, it only comes through a mazel, through what's called the mazolos. Bilvad v'nemar alzeh. And it says about this, that wisdom comes from the level of ayin. That it's you find it. That somebody who finds something doesn't know where it came from. Because the essence of the hidden wisdom is beyond it, like we said.